Hi, welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History. I'm Claire Ridgway. I'm an author. I've written several Tudor history books, and I also run the Anne Boleyn Files website and the Tudor Society website as well. So a very busy person, but getting my Tudor fix every day, so it's all good. Now, as I said yesterday, I'm going to, over the next couple of days, just keep within the reign of King Henry VIII. Now, yesterday we were in the year 1533, but today we're fast forwarding to the year 1536. For it was on this day in Tudor history, Tuesday the 30th of May 1536, just 11 days after the execution of his second wife, Queen Anne Boleyn, that King Henry VIII married for the third time. Now, this wedding took place in the Queen's Closet at Whitehall Palace, which was formerly York Place, a property that had once been owned by Cardinal Wolsey before the king had taken possession of it. And it was also a property that had been renovated by Henry VIII with Anne Boleyn. Now, the king had been wooing Anne Boleyn's maid of honour for at least 4 months, and the couple had become betrothed on the 20th of May, the day after Anne's execution. They'd left it another 10 days to marry, had that period of waiting 10 days between betrothal and marriage because of the gossip surrounding their relationship. It's described as having sounded ill in the ears of the people. So there was concern about gossip surrounding their relationship. Now, the groom, King Henry VIII, was 44 years old by this point. He'd ruled over England for 25 years, since 1509. He was twice married, and he had 3 surviving children, Mary, Elizabeth, and Henry Fitzroy. Now, none of these children were deemed as legitimate heirs to the throne at this point. The bride, Jane Seymour, was about 27 years old. She was the daughter of Sir John Seymour and his wife, Marjorie Wentworth of Wolfhall in Wiltshire. Jane was actually related to Henry's second wife, Anne Boleyn, because their mothers were first cousins. Now, it is thought that there had been negotiations for Jane to marry previously a man called William Dormer, but this had come to nothing, and William had married another woman. Now, it is believed as well that Jane started serving Queen Catherine of Aragon, Henry VIII's first wife, from around 1527 to 29, and we know that she then went on to serve Queen Anne Boleyn from 1535 onwards. It was while she was at court serving Queen Anne that Jane caught the king's eye. Eustace Chapuis, the imperial ambassador, who was no fan of Anne Boleyn, described Jane as of middle stature and no great beauty, so fair that one would call her rather pale than otherwise. And actually, Hans Holbein the Younger's portrait of Jane, I feel, is far from flattering. She's fair-haired, she's pale-skinned, but rather chinless. It is not the most flattering portrait. However, her looks made her much closer to the Tudor ideal of beauty, the classic fair English rose, rather than the dark-haired and sallow-skinned Anne Boleyn. Now, as I say in my book, The Fall of Anne Boleyn, A Countdown, which is all about the events of 1536, Jane has gone down in history as Henry VIII's true love. It would be help if I could get my words out this morning. True love or true wife. The woman that he chose to be painted with in the Whitehall family portrait, and the woman he chose to be laid to rest with for eternity. But surely this had little to do with true love. and more to do with the fact that Jane gave him that ultimate gift. She gave him the living son and heir that was so important to him, so important for the Tudor succession, so important to him as a king. He'd moved heaven and earth to have Anne Boleyn to be able to have a son after, Catherine had been unable to give him a surviving son. So here was Jane. She'd given him that ultimate gift, the thing that he really wanted. But Henry didn't treat her particularly well when they were married. But Jane's death so soon after their wedding, after giving him that son, made him look back fondly on their union, regarding Jane as his only true wife. Now, following their marriage, Jane appeared in public for the first time as Queen on the 2nd of June at Greenwich, and then on Whitsun, the 4th of June 1536, she was officially proclaimed Queen, also at Greenwich. 3 years earlier, Queen Anne Boleyn had been preparing for her coronation. So on this day in Tudor history as well, you're getting an extra today, on the night of the 31st of May 1533, 18 men were created Knights of the Bath as part of Anne's coronation celebrations. And if you look at the list of men who were made Knights of the Bath in 1533, they include Sir Francis Weston, who would, of course, end up being implicated in the fall of Anne Boleyn in 1536 and losing his life to the executioner in May 1536. So there you go, that's what happened on this day in Tudor history. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking round about there. You can give me a like if you enjoyed this video. You can hit the bell to be notified of future videos as they go live. But I do hope you're enjoying this series. I've got another event for you tomorrow and lots of events lined up for the rest of the year. Coronations, births, deaths, marriages, executions, you name it, and I've got it for you. Take care, have a great day. Bye bye.